buy some shoes. When I said pay myself, let's go on vacation. When I said pay myself, I was like, let's go out to eat and go to a movie. We would take the whole check, pay the bills, and what's left over, we would enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
And talk about the difference. What's the difference between enjoying your money versus paying yourself?
So what you're saying, this is most American, most people we know, we say like that. When I think about enjoying my money, is I can't look for the now. Do I have fun for now? Yes, I do. But I worry about when Daniel turns 60, when Daniel turns 70, because when you hit a certain age, it's downhill for it's making money for somebody. But I'm putting up I would say a squirrel for the winter. I'm thinking my winter's coming in 67 years old. I want to be able to chill. So when I say enjoy my money, I enjoy my money in the bank account, in a Roth or in a special crypto or over in some investment growing.
Yeah.
That brings me a lot of joy. Okay, I put $10 in here and now it's 30. I didn't do nothing but sleep, eat, and you know what?
It taught me how to detach from that and not be a part of that, because as a pastor's wife, I was so attached to every person, every assignment. I was so damaging when I got burnt from the people that I poured into. It hurt. So I had to say, wait a minute, I can't keep doing this. This is not healthy. Because when you are like a spiritual mother to people that call you their spiritual mother, and you become like a mother figure for them, and that detachment, it takes a minute for you not to show up when you're around that person, and that, okay, it's like you used to be an assignment for me, and my antennas as a spiritual mother, it's hard to cut that off. And I had to learn how to suppress that and be like, okay, girl, this is not the place or time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you feel stuff in your spirit.
You got to control the breastfeeding instinct.
Yes.
Let me keep my breast up because you're not my baby to feed no more.
Right.
You got to be okay with that.
And I'm good with that.
Be where you be and do what you do, and then you're okay with that. But it's a growth, and I think the first part of it, if there was a growth moment here, is recognizing like, dang, I'm holding on to someone who's trying to let go. Mm-hmm. I need to be okay with letting go, because it's a battle for me, man. I mean, I hate to deal with this on the call. Maybe I need to call my therapist. But because
for real though, for real.
It's just every day he would talk about getting a position in GE, but not just that. He talked about his business, and he would always talk about his business, right? And I would always ask him, "How's your marriage?" And oh yeah. And he said, I'm working on that, but but this is about my business. And I come back to him, but how's your marriage? Because even in ministry, we talk about this all the time. How you don't want to build a mega ministry with a storefront marriage. I believe, and I think that's the problem. I believe every marriage, if you're an entrepreneur, even if your wife or your husband don't decide to be in the business, you need them. So me being married, building my brand at the cost of my marriage is not just losing my marriage, it's also losing my brand.
Yeah, I think even for a single person, that if you're busy building your brand and you're forgetting about family at home, like when those kids grow up or when they are at a certain age and you're not making them a part of what you're building, you kind of lose it.
To my building brand inadequately at the cost of everything around you, right? So I never forget, we've been in ministry now, this year is 16 years. Been pastoring a church for 16 years, so excited about it, right? When we started out, we start building this brand called New Destiny Fellowship Church. And I say that specifically. We built this brand called New Destiny Fellowship Church. And maybe 10 years after building it, what did it represent? It represented us leaving our kids and not really being there for our kids. It represented us really not being there with our family. We thought we was king of the earth. But we built this business, we built this brand of a church on, neglecting our children, neglecting one another, neglecting our family, being there too much for the church, overcompensating for people, struggling, but just moving. And we looked up 10 years later and it all come crashing down because we built the brand around unhealthy pretenses.
And thinking you're doing right.
I don't have $600 but I got 20. I really want to buy Amazon.
Yeah.
Just making numbers up. It's not real. $600. I can't spend $600. I got 30 I can spend every week. Now I'm getting fractions. And you keep doing it. Now you developing a little habit.
Yeah.
$30. Before you know it, you got a whole share.
So right now I'm using my IRA, my Roth IRA.
Okay.
And my Roth IRA is through it's like a VOO, whatever. And it's I'm guessing like a group of companies, right?
So when you have our IRA, it's just a tool that you put your money in, but I don't know what
So
funds you have.
I'm investing in let me see what it's called, so that I can compare apples to apples.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at my Fidelity app. Vanguard is who I'm putting all my apples in one basket.
Okay.
And Vanguard is an index fund.
So it's basically multiple funds all into one, almost similar to like a mutual fund. So you got multiple strings. If one company go down, you got other ones to help stabilize it.
That's what I was going to get at. So I'm pretty sure maybe have a Amazon, maybe have whatever, right?
Mix into it.
So if I do have Amazon mixing that, I'm going in and I'm just investing into Vanguard.
Brown, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and they compile it into one basket.
So, but if I went directly around my IRA and I went straight to Amazon, I couldn't invest the minimal amount that I'm investing now. I have to buy a whole share.
If you have 3 companies, right, and one is doing bad, but the other 3 are doing great, and they're stabilizing your portfolio, that one ain't hurting you. Now, if you just go buy one share or just one company, all your money is there, and it go down, your whole portfolio go down.
It just made me mad.
And I realized that smile was a big old cover up.
Man, complete cover up. So this particular day I walk in, and when I walked in, I went to the house, and some just told me to go. I know it was God. So I went there, and the door was open. And I walked, and I didn't see nobody in the house. Her son that just got out of jail was in the back of the house with my freaking baby.
Wow.
When I tell you, I grabbed my stuff, I grabbed my child, I grabbed my baby stuff, and I said, I'm not going back to work. I got to be here with my kids. Yep. And I stayed there until Madison got old enough. And then I got another job. I only got jobs to contribute, to be a helpmate to you.
Yeah. It's so
I
crazy,
quit jobs for my children, but I got jobs to be a helpmate to you.
It's so crazy. And as we're talking, I see this this whole podcast evolving, because, as we talk about this story, it kind of almost evolves from not just why we quit our job, but, how we end up where we are today. Because this is years of obedience in the middle of some disobedience, because I remember sometimes my wife, she would go get a job in spite of me.
I did.
And she would go out there and she'd get these jobs not just because she wanted to be a helpmate. Let me put her in the streets.
Oh, go ahead.
Because this Negro wasn't going to tell me how to spend my money.
Yep.
I'm going to spend my money.
And so rebellious. I didn't care.
She would rebel because we knew. I'll never forget the day that God told me that. We went back and forth for years. God told me that, I need to make it to where my wife don't have to work.
I remember that. I was working for SIVA.
Yeah.
And that's when I was on the cane.
Yep.
I remember that. I was on the cane and you said the Lord told you not to work. And I looked at you and said, whatever. I'm going to here and I'm going to work. And later on, they end up letting me go.
So I want to talk to that woman. I want to talk to that family. Forget the woman. I want to talk to that family because your purpose is bigger than a perception. Your purpose is bigger than everyone else's thoughts.
Because I keep giving.
Yeah.
When you learn to give and you have the seasons of giving, you learn that God would continue to give to you. You won't go lacking at all. You got to give. You got to give in tithes and service and your timing. You got to give your treasure. And if you're doing those things, now you look, and it's because of your giving that God keep giving.
Yep.
You cannot be, I know we hear this in church, you can't be God given, but the longer you're in this thing, you realize, God, I'm going to keep giving. I'll never forget, God was, we got connected and got partners where we were giving refrigerators and beds and all this. And I have to sit back and ask myself, why? Why were we giving that? Because we kept giving. Yep. When you learn to keep giving, you watch that God will give it back to you. You can't beat him giving.
Right. If y'all sitting there, my baby come first. If she say, Daddy, I'm coming. Matter of fact, one day we was recording, my baby had a whole wreck, hit a tree. We shut the podcast down, went out there and checked on my baby.
When I checked on my baby. We literally is building this and understanding this. Like when we say unscripted, we are literally saying like we're teaching you from experience. and what we've done, because the Bible says we're delivered by the blood of the Lamb and the words of our testimony. And this is like our testimony, man. We built this brand. We know what it's like to build a brand and lead your family, and lead your family out of it and not allowing them to be a part of what you're building.
Watch this. This is my favorite part. If you are a note taker, this is part to take notes. The word kingdom, if you look it up in the Greek, it means the ability and the authority to rule over. Now watch this. Let me reread that statement or restate that statement and say it like this here. Seek ye first what you have the ability and the authority to rule over, and God will handle everything else.
Yeah.
And so that's the key part. And what do you have the ability to rule over? We're going to talk about those things in a second. But you need to know that you got this, that God got you. If you're a child of God, David told you, if you're a child of God, God has never seen the righteous forsaken nor seed beg for bread. There's been other moments. Listen, what I don't want you to do is live in fear.
But with $500, baby, I can get a whole bunch off of shit. Baby, I can get a whole bunch from another girl I buy from. I ain't gonna tell you about, but yeah, if I want to be real jazzy with it, I can buy from her. But I'm not. It's still more money.
Yeah.
But I don't mind spending that more when I don't have to do it all the time.
I'm explaining to them right quick, because some people are hearing that term, money is a tool, not a tool. I'm going to explain to them what it means, right?
Yeah.
When money is a toy, you spend what you got, even though you don't have it to spend. You just, you know what? I got it, so I'm gonna blow it. I got it, it come and go. Money come and go. It's just a toy. Something you play with, right? When it's a tool, you spend what you have strategically.
Yeah.
Very strategic about what you spend, because I know with the money I got, I can get this, I can get that, I can get this, I can get that. I can't get this because I don't have the tool to get it done. I don't ever waste it because it's got to be very strategic. So I'm going, once you have more, you can be more strategic. That's why the Bible say, "Ye faithful with little, He make you rule over much." If you're not going to be strategic with what you have, God not going to give you more. Because why would He give you more to waste? Mm-hmm. So when you're just playing it, blowing it, you're like a little kid who's playing with this little toy. And I taught a lesson in church one day. I say, when Papa saw his son have potential, he didn't give him a real hammer. Papa was using a real hammer. He gave him a toy version of what he showed potential of. And when you show me that you're mature enough and you can handle the toy, then I convert it over to the tool that can now do damage or build. Mm-hmm. If God give you the tool too soon, you're going to tear down instead of build. Mm-hmm. That's why you can't get a child a gun. You give him a water gun until he handle a BB gun. You give him a BB gun, then he handle a BB gun, now you give him a real pistol, because you're showing me the maturity at what you can handle.
Whatever you build, it needs to be able to balance you, not throw you off balance. That makes sense?
That makes sense. What he said. Exactly what he said. I would say this, even while we were building, I saw a picture the other day, Brother Devin, we were in our apartment and we downsized. And there's a picture. I can't wait. I want to post it one day, like where it all began.
That's a good time to start this month, because that's six years ago. That was April.
Yeah. We were sitting down and we were building the brand, but we would create time slots of when we build. Because when you're building something new, of course, you're going to feel like you got to put it in. But we create time slot to where we were with the brand building it for so many hours.
I just got the feeling that this thing got bigger than me. I got to put my baby up for adoption.
Yeah, I remember that.
If I was only caring about me, I would have tried to figure out how I can make me bigger,
Mm-hmm.
But I knew then, I didn't even know what I was saying, but I knew then I needed help. God gave me intuition. I think every mother know it's time for me to let my baby go. I'm holding my baby back.
Yes.
Every daddy know I need to let my baby go. I'm holding my baby back. Every business owner know I need to get some help in this business. Mm-hmm. Every pastor know I need some help in this church. It's killing me. When the baby is sucking on the life out of you, mm-hmm. because it's really too big to be eaten off of you anymore. Mm-hmm. So that day I said, man, I gotta put my baby for adoption. And that very next year we incorporated San City County Outreach Committee. We put together a board, mm-hmm. and we put in Caucasians, mm-hmm. we put in males, we put in females, mm-hmm. and we sit back and we were the presidents of it. But we knew that we had to get the support of people, ideas, mm-hmm. visions, because people only support what they got voice in.
That part today.
If they ain't got voice in it,
they're not going to support it.
It was foreign to us because who you are to tell us we ain't doing this right?
Right.
We ain't doing this right. We didn't do this. But we had to put ourselves back because if we built the brand,
Yeah.
just be us,
I remember.
we would have been feeding everybody them turkeys.
Yes, we would have.
And we done this. We didn't buy turkeys no more.
Nope.
Listen, we didn't buy canned goods no more.
Come on, glory.
Listen, we didn't. Listen, I used to fry every turkey. Listen, I didn't fry turkeys no more. Now people came with ideas, with resources, with vision. The smaller we got, the bigger the organization.
Yes.
And then I got
Come on,
one
man.
more story. So I'm sitting in another room again, another year with SJCLC, and this is our baby. We raised this baby, Devin, like mamas raise sons and daughters. And the woman told me, she says, now if you want to get SJCLC bigger, you got to get off the board and give it to someone else.
Now, I wasn't comfortable with that. I had a conversation with someone today, and I was telling them how, we're getting to an age to where we have to take care of our parents as well, right? And if we not being the ones that are responsible when our parents can't move, can't do different things, and we're not able to take care of them, like, that's irresponsible. Like, literally, to the point of understanding that we're not the young cats no more. We are getting older, and it's very important that we become wiser in what we do, how we do. And I think I had that conversation with her today, and I was like, man, I'm going to the doctor, Brother Devin, now with my parents, going to the doctor and having the conversation with them because they don't understand all of this technology stuff. And so you got to explain that to them and what's going on, or reminding them to take care of them because these grandkids want to see them. But now we're becoming the grandparents.
Yep.
So it's very, very important that we wise up a little bit.
Talk about us moving out our dream home.
We moved out. We knew we didn't want to go stay with our parents. Love them, but no thank you. How you gonna move out and then make a choice? Oh, where you gonna stay when you don't have nowhere to stay?
It's like God told us to get out twice. I'm sorry. God told us to get out when we were three times. Okay, keep going.
Lord, don't tell us to get out again.
No, please.
Please, Jesus. But when we finally moved, because I'm like, I don't want to be stealing from nobody. This ain't right. We come and we knew we had a room at the church. We had a shower. We have a kitchen. We had a place that we could stay. And so we came up here and we lived. We parked in the back of the church because we didn't want nobody to know that we were literally living and hiding at the church. And I think we stayed here like a month.
About a month. Because we were waiting on an apartment to get approved. The house to get approved.
Not apartment, but the house to get approved. We get approved. We get in the house. We're in the house. Amazing. But this house is way more than the other house.
That's the key thing. Right?
And we did not understand how I'm gonna give you numbers. It was $1,800 a month. How you go from $600
can't pay
to that you cannot pay to $1,800? Well, we never missed a note.
Never missed a note.
Never ever missed a note.
Didn't get extra money. Didn't get extra checks. Didn't get extra pay raise. Let's deal with the question of why do we hold on to people who don't hold on to us?
I believe because the exchange of where we are as the relationship. Like I said, I don't want to go nowhere else.
It's bigger than business. Mm-hmm. It's relationship. You know, it's friendships. It's no stores. It's like, and what happens to me, and I feel like God challenges me because I feel like I'm in a catch-22 right now, and I'm really got to go deeper with God and ask God, where do I go? Because they really cheaper. I found out they way cheaper. Maybe that's the number one. That's one more reason, because of the price. I'm saving money.
Yeah.
They way cheaper.
And they probably know they cheaper.
And that's why they can act like that. And woman told me that, she said, this is what she said. She said with an accent, you go try anywhere else. He promised me my price is the cheapest. And I tried.
And it is the cheaper.
She was right.
But hey, you know what? You pay for what you get too.
Yeah.
I've learned that in this world, in business world, you pay for what you get. If you get cheaper, you probably gonna get cheaper customer service because of that. So cheaper ain't always better. No. But the question is why? And I believe that, like I said earlier, that the why is because we become comfortable. We become complacent with that person.
We're going to deal with all those. Come on, keep it going.
Yeah, we become comfortable. We become complacent. And it becomes convenient. Like, it's like a convenient relationship. We've been doing this for a while. Hey, let's do this. And you literally become convenient to that. They become convenient to you. And it's easy for you. You probably not convenient to them, but you didn't find out this is an easy access. I know who I can call to get whatever products or whatever I need in that moment. So